Alrighty, so for today I wanted to film a little tutorial for the beachy wavy hairstyle that I do every once in a while. I guess not every once in a while, I do it quite often. So I did an Instagram poll a couple weeks ago and the majority of you said that you would like to see it, so I just thought that I would show you kind of what works for me and how I do it at home with my curling wand and the products and everything that I use. So I want to start by first of all saying that this is the day after I wash my hair typically. So I usually wash my hair at nighttime. I just, put in some protector in my hair, some leave-in conditioner, stuff like that, and I just go to bed with it wet. So as you can see, I wake up and it is pretty like crazy wavy. I don't know, it's pretty messy usually when I wake up in the morning. So this really does help to kind of give that texturized look kind of starting out. So I would say if you don't have wavy or curly hair, maybe you could put some braids in and sleep with them overnight. You could put in some low buns, some high buns, just to kind of give a little bit of texture and wave to your hair if you do have super fine or thin hair. So like I said, I usually shower at nighttime. This is just sleeping on it, waking up, and this is how I do my beachy wave. So I'm going to start with, I use the Nume wand here. I think I've used this for like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 years. So it's been quite a long time. I believe this is the biggest one that they make. I'm not positive though, but I believe this is the 32-inch one. So because my hair is decently long, I don't typically use a super small barrel just because for this look I don't want it to be super tight curls. So I wanted to use something pretty big. Yeah, I love this one. You can adjust like the temperature and everything. I usually always keep it on the highest, which I know probably isn't the greatest, but it just seems to work for me. So yeah, I really like this one. It's lasted a super long time. So that is the straight barrel one that I use. And then as far as products, I'll kind of explain them to you as I use them. So to start out, I'm going to use a heat protector. So the one that I'm currently using is called AG Hair Care. It's called Firewall. This is a dry spray. So I don't typically like the heat protectors that make your hair, I guess, kind of wet. I don't know, it just feels like it like singes it or something, unless I'm not using them right. But I really do like the dry sprays for the heat protector. So I just mist a little bit of that over my hair. Like that. And then to start out, I usually start by taking a couple thin pieces here and doing it away from my face, kind of pulling it across, so it kind of gives that like swoop effect. Another thing you want to make sure as well is holding the barrel straight down for this. So I take thin pieces. I think the main look with this is to make sure that you do super thin pieces of hair. I think that kind of gives that more texturized beachy look instead of doing like the bigger chunks of curls. So I usually do just a couple, probably, I don't know, 3 inches back, doing it away from my face like that. And then when I'm at about this point here, I will start to take some thin pieces and do them towards my face and just kind of alternate back and forth. So as you can see, this one, I curled it towards my face, and I usually leave a little bit out from the bottom as well. So I don't know, about, let's say, an inch or so out from the bottom. And you don't want to focus on doing every single piece alternating back and forth. You want to kind of leave that natural wave and texture that you got overnight, however you did do that. So again, just switching them back and forth. The back of my hair, I do kind of do those bigger pieces just because I think it would take forever with the amount of hair that I have to do the super thin pieces in the back. So like I said, I just kind of take some bigger pieces, doing them away from my face here. And don't get super particular with this, so just kind of grab random pieces. A little too thick there. Little pieces, taking them back and forth. Okay, so once I kind of have the top how I want it, for the bottom pieces, I don't really do a whole lot with them, just because I feel like the bottom of my hair is actually where I get more of my waves. So I feel like my top part is kind of where it needs a little bit more attention. But just to throw a couple in, I'll take some bigger pieces like this, and I'll just do like just the bottom of it. So just the very bottom, you're not actually doing like the full piece of hair here. So just doing it away from my face, just grabbing, you know, a couple thicker pieces. Again, nothing super, I guess, formal or in order or anything like that. So just kind of really random pieces. So a couple inches there. Okay, so this side I think is about good. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the other side doing the same exact thing. So starting here on my right side, pulling it across my face a little bit. And once you get the hang of doing this, it honestly takes me like 5-10 minutes to do this hairstyle. It is super, super quick and easy. And I typically can get a good couple days out of this too. So that's why I really like it, because it saves my hair from not having to use so much heat on it. I feel like my hair takes a little bit more of a beating because I do bleach it. And I use purple shampoo and all of that, so I just feel like that dries it out a little bit more. So I really do like that this one I can get a good couple days out of it. So again, same thing here. Super thin pieces, kind of alternating back and forth. And then I'm just going to take some bigger pieces down at the bottom. Again, doing the very end pieces. Sorry, this cord kind of gets in the way a little bit of recording, but... And one more piece. Okay, so as you can see, a couple minutes to do it, doesn't take very long. What I typically do at this point is I will kind of run my fingers through it here, so to give it a little bit more volume, a little bit more body, kind of that messier look. So I will run my fingers through, and you can see how much bigger I feel like this side is, kind of just from running my hands through it, than this one. So it just does just kind of give it that extra texture and volume, making it a little bit more, I guess, bigger, messier. Okay, so once I've done that, I typically will use my dry shampoo. I usually use this like if I'm on like day 2 or 3, so on and so forth. But sometimes I will use it the day after I do shower, just to give my hair a little bit more texture. I don't like my hair feeling super soft. I don't know, that's why I'm not a huge fan of my day 1 hair, because it just is like super soft, doesn't have much texture. So that's why these little products are handy. So again, just a couple squirts of that, and this is that Batiste or Batiste one. I never know how to pronounce it, but this one is my favorite. I cannot find anything else that I like better. Another one I've been using, I got this a couple months ago. It's through Aveda. I use a lot of their products. I absolutely love them. This is the thermal dry conditioner, so I'll kind of just squirt a little bit in my hair here. And then lastly, to kind of give it just a touch more of texture, I got the small bottle of it just because I didn't know how I would like it, but I absolutely love it and will be getting the big bottle once I'm out of this little guy. So this is the Aveda Texture Tonic. So for this, I do, you want to be sure to hold it a good, like, I don't know, 6 inches away from your hair, just because you don't want it to get too close, because then it'll get kind of that like gritty, crunchy feeling. So just make sure that you're holding it, you know, a decent amount away. Only need a couple squirts. Just kind of scrunch it up like that. Right here. So, like I said, it's super, super easy. This is just what works for me. There may be an even easier option out there. This is just what I do. It is super, super simple. Only takes me, like I said, about 5 or 10 minutes to do, and then I can really use this hairstyle for like the next 3 or 4 days, kind of alternating, maybe doing this, maybe throwing it half up, half down, doing a top knot, stuff like that. So it really just helps me extend my washes, because I typically only wash my hair like twice a week. So it really just saves that from the heat and the damage and everything, because I know washing your hair can dry it out too much. So I don't know, that's just what works for me. I do wash my hair, like I said, about twice a week, sometimes even once a week. So it just depends how long I can get away with it, I guess. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know. I will link the Nume wand here that I use. I believe there may even be some newer versions, because like I said, I've had this about 4, 5, 6 years, so there may even be newer ones out there, but I do love that one. I will also link all of my products, so if you guys are interested in using those as well, I'll have those for you. So again, let me know if you have any questions, and let me know some more tutorials that I can do. Yeah, so thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.